Hey guys, how is it going? Today we are going to be making one of my favorite recipes. It's super easy to make. We are making avocado fudge cookies and you're gonna wanna make them ASAP. Super easy, let's get started here. So I have a large mixing bowl and a ripe avocado is what you should have, but Matt couldn't find any. So this is like kind of on the harder side, not ideal. So this is a large ripe avocado and we're gonna go with about half. So you want 100 grams of avocado. You could also just double the recipe and do 200 grams, but let's see how much this gives us. So to make the mashing easier, we're gonna dice it up in its peel. And if you think avocado desserts are weird, shame on you, first of all. Second of all, you barely even taste it. It's super delicious and it's masked by all the chocolate flavor. So I think you'll really like this, and at the very least, your kids will like it. So I forgot to zero out the scale. I do this kind of stuff all the time when I'm actually just cooking on my own. Okay. And that's 88 grams. So we are gonna scoop a little more out of here. And then for using the avocado, it just replaces any other fat source you're using in a normal recipe really well. In this case especially, so like it replaces the butter. So you don't need butter because you got avocado. So now we're just gonna mash this up as best as possible. It doesn't need to be all the way mashed. And if you have a really ripe avocado, this will mash relatively easy. I normally don't like doing this part, so I would have like my son or my daughter do it. So if you have kids at home, this is great for them. They love this kind of stuff. Hand her the fork and say, mash the green, baby. Now we're gonna add 1 egg. And then we'll also add in the erythritol and give it a quick mix with our hand mixer. This is gonna be a lot easier than doing it by hand. You can plug it in. Here we go. And I forgot to mention, this is also flourless, so no almond, no coconut, any tree nut allergies. Next, we are going to add in half a cup of cocoa powder and 1/4 cup shredded coconut. This is my personal touch. You can leave these out. And then I'm actually gonna give this a quick mix with a spoon because cocoa powder really just flies everywhere if you try to use a hand mixer. The last two ingredients are half a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon salt. You definitely want to hit that salt and chocolate combo. It's perfection. And then let's give it one last mix. And this is your batter right here. It's a little loose, but not liquidy. Let's go get our baking sheet. So I'm gonna use a cookie scooper to scoop out the cookies. Just all the batter will turn into cookies. And these don't really like spread in the oven, so you can place them really close together, and you'll also wanna spread them out a little. If you don't have a cookie scooper, you definitely need one. It's a household necessity. Before you get your cat or dog, get a cookie scooper because you need it. We also have the oven preheating to 350, I forgot to mention. And let's scoop this out. So Matt just mentioned that macadamia nuts would be really good in this. And then I said any nut would be, and he said no, only macadamia nuts. So I think they would also like add a lot of color. Yeah, so you see the green chunks, not ideal, but if you had, especially for someone who doesn't love avocado, but if you had a ripe avocado, you wouldn't have that issue because it would have mashed up and mixed together really well. Okay, so now I'm going to press them out. It's a little messy, but I promise you it's worth it. So optionally, you can top these with cocoa powder, with baker's chocolate, or with some Lily's chocolate chips. So this is also where my baby Jemima would come into play because I'd like lift her up on the counter and she would top all the chocolate chips. So now that they're all topped, we're gonna place them in the oven at 350. Not too long, 10 to 12 minutes. We're gonna check on them at 10. Once they firmed up, they're good to pull out. So we'll see you back in 10. All right, guys, we are back. It's been 10 minutes. Probably could have gone a little longer without burning still, but I decided to pull them out and they feel perfect. We let them cool also for about 10 minutes and they are definitely very like fudgy and cookie-like. So you're gonna wanna make these. I'm gonna give these a try.
Break one so we can see the consistency.
Break one, break one. Oh, yeah. So like, it's still very soft. So good. It's just so good. I'll be honest, you can get a little of the avocado flavor. So if you don't love avocado desserts, this might not be your jam. If you love dark chocolate, if you love fudginess, if you love cookies, make these at home. They're super delicious. Recipe link down below with the blog post on how to make these exactly. Tag me on Instagram, let me know what you think.